All right, welcome to the Brad Haider podcast. Back again after a prolonged hiatus. Sorry about that. We're kind of going off format with this edition. We're going to steering away from our normal sports format, and we're going to do a little more creative business direction on this podcast. Joining me today is Frankie Devine, suited and booted.
That's right, Bradley. We're talking about business today.
Business.
And basically, it's why haven't they thought of this? These ideas are so simple. I mean, yes, they're clever outside the box, but also those are the ideas we're going to make not millions, billions, or it's the worst idea of all time. So it's kind of a gray area. I've heard it both ways. And we would just like to remind you, all thoughts expressed here on the podcast are those expressly of Walt Disney Corporation.
Yeah, so just to expand on what Frankie said, is we're just going to kind of bounce different product and business ideas off one another and talk about, why don't they exist? Would they work? We're going to kind of build the ideas out. So Frankie, what's your first idea or first product?
Okay. This goes back to, obviously, Bill Simmons, popular guy. He had the whole felony land concept. Bad name, but I think the idea of everyone likes to be rebellious. Their mom's head's in the back of it, like, don't get arrested, don't be on national news, and never be allowed to work again. But everyone sees it, like, I'm not trying to streak or anything, but, like, you think about it, if you're at a professional sporting event, you scope it, the security guy's not really paying attention. You think, I could easily run on the field. So you get a chance to just run out on the field, try and evade for as long as possible. You don't know, maybe there's a rogue left fielder that's just going to go crazy at the baseball game, knock you out when you're running around the field evading the guards. That's a possibility at our venue. So you get to live it out in the most reckless way possible, sign the waiver, go have a good time, see how long you can evade the security guard. Like, have a whole meet and greet beers, kind of make an extension of Dave and Buster. So baseball's only in season for how long? Turner Field, they're still going to have a new stadium. Make it an experience type thing. Turn it into a museum. Have all of that as an option. I just think it's an opportunity. Fans would love to do it. They'd love to see if they could get away with it. But at the same time, they don't want to get arrested and have it prosecuted on their permanent record. But at the same time, everyone would love that idea to just be able to go run around on a pro sports field and kind of be that asshole without really interrupting anything,
So basically, your idea is be a streaker for a day without the legal repercussions.
Yeah, if you want to be a streaker, that's fine. I'd probably just run on the field. I don't have any crazy plans.
During, like, an actual game.
Yeah, we would simulate the game, have other people there. And obviously, we're going to rent it out. Like, you'll pay a price for it to have other people checking out the game, be an exhibition or something. Or hell, even a minor league team do it as a stunt one night. Let somebody pay to go out and run on the field. And we promise we won't tase you in the face. Something. I don't know. There's definitely some kinks to be worked out, but I feel like there's some potential there.
Now, let me ask you this. What sporting event do you think would be the easiest to, A, get on the field, and B, maintain running around the longest? I think it's a toss-up between baseball and soccer.
Soccer's got potential. The only
just
issue
because the size of the field.
Size of the field, but also security at those places has gotten kind of tight just because you get the crazy fucks trying to fight inside the stadium, shooting flares off.
Yeah.
It's an issue that way. I don't know. That'd be tough. I think, D-League basketball. Think about it. The gyms aren't that big. There's plenty of doors here and there. Security's not that tight. No one really cares. Be able to do that easily. Basketball, too. If you're sitting courtside, easily just streak across the court and be off the other side, up the tunnels, out. And you're not going to stay and try on the field long. So I think that'd be one of the easier ones to get away with. Baseball, size of the field, if you just hop down off like one of the third baselines or run out with the dugout and make a jump for it. Football would be the worst choice.
Yeah, there's just so many people on the field, and those guys
it's not just that weird, and those
knock
guys
you out.
They don't need a reason to just try and cause permanent brain damage. They enjoy it. They get paid for it.
Yeah,
Someone would probably play for free.
I definitely think baseball would be the easiest because it's probably the least amount of guys on the field. And if you run across the outfield, there's maybe 3 outfielders out there, and if it's not during the playoffs, they have more security, but during a regular season game, especially if it's at a smaller market team like Kansas City or something like that.
Yeah,
it'll be a while before security gets out there, and Baseball, I think I could outrun most baseball players. Soccer players are pretty fast. Football players are pretty fast.
I guarantee, like, Ryan Howard's not a quick guy. He could beat you down the line to first.
I don't know about that.
I would put money on it.
That's another thing. Race a pro athlete.
That's pros versus Joes.
Basically, but you have to, like, apply, and that's, like, the actual sport. I'm just saying, like, people always say, oh, I'm faster than this guy. What if they just had, like, races where they had different levels of, like, pro athletes, and you could say, I want to race this level, and if you won, you advanced. If
I
not,
want to race Greg Oden in a 5K.
in a 5K?
Yeah, I think I got him. His knees will break down around mine.
I was just going to say that. So that's, what are we calling that? Fan interference experience?
Yeah, interference experience.
Interference experience.
Mouthful.
All right. So here's my first idea. So if you go to the grocery store, they offer cereal in these little, like, individual boxes. You see them at hotels or, like, at buffets if you're staying, like, at restaurants or places where they have breakfast. And they're meant for, like, individual servings, and you can buy the box at, like, grocery store or Sam's Club.
I've never seen this.
It exists.
Okay.
Of, like, little individual boxes of different types of cereal. So you can get, like, a combo pack, like Frosted Flakes, Cheerios, Fruit Loops. So you can mix it up. Why hasn't this concept been applied to other things in life? I don't have any kind of health reason or brand reason for the toothpaste I buy. I just kind of look at the box and say, oh, I want to get more of a minty taste. Or, oh, I want to try this, like, cinnamon. Or, oh, this one has, X, Y, and Z in it. But I don't want to commit to that whole big tube because you're using it for, like, a month, 2 months, depending on how much you use each time and, the frequency that a person brushes their teeth. So the concept of smaller portions of more variety should be applied to more things.
I like that. And toothpaste, I see where you're coming from, Brandon. But I think you also look, I'm a guy, certain things. Look at the big companies that own so many of these brands. Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble. You're telling me they can't, Unilever, you're telling me they can't package, like, a couple of other things together in a variety pack?
They already make the travel size ones.
Exactly. So why not just bundle those together? Or hell, the family pack. You got a bunch of kids, I don't want to use the same ones, but I want my own kind. All right, I'll just get all these.
Exactly. Body wash is another example. I like to change up my scent pretty frequently, but I don't want to commit necessarily to a huge bottle of body wash and have the same scent.
Also, quick rant before we continue on body wash. I was saying that at age 8, shampoo is body wash and soap. I'll just use it all over. And my mom would always get that, no, you need to use soap too. No, it's the same thing. Now we make shampoo, conditioner, body wash all in one. I'm sorry, that's the same thing as, like shampoo is different from other just like straight body wash, but the all-in-one, that's just shampoo and conditioner all in one. There's no extra body wash to it other than maybe they add some fragrance to make you think it's more body wash oriented. It's the same crap.
True, but just, I feel like, I like to change up, like if I could go in and have like a little kind of rack thing with like 5 different types of body wash, and I go, oh, I feel like doing, Mountain Blast today. I'll do that. And then the next day I go and I feel like, oh, I feel like doing, aloe or something like that. I like variety in my life. I don't like to make a commitment to one particular scent or, I like to smell different and have a different kind of vibe to me every day.
I like this. And this could be an addendum to party showers, which we've talked about.
Is that your next idea?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a nice segue into this idea.
So party showers has been an idea growing for a while. But let's put it this way: you wake up in the morning, it's zombified, and you got to take a shower. Whatever. We're revolutionizing the shower game. Let's make it an experience. Everyone's got the walk-in shower on cribs, whatever, monitors. No, we're making this fully inclusive. You're gonna have the coolest shower in the world. Or we can just do, if you want a certain feature, you want some light ambiance, fine. How this idea started was I like to listen to music when I take a shower.
As do I.
But you can put on a couple songs, but then you might be in the shower and go, I want to go to the next song or something. And it's rough. And they make shower radios and all. That's not the same, though.
My problem is I can't get the music loud enough to overcome.
Exactly.
Showers, the bathroom is not the most acoustically efficient room in the house.
Just why you sound great singing. But let's think about it. Let's make it where speakers are ingrained in the shower, where you can use it. But then you also have one touchscreen tablet, like waterproofed, but that you can still control with your hands. I'll take the shower. So let's say you take a shower. Oh, check my email real quick. Oh, class is canceled. Nice. I'm going to spend a little longer in the shower and then do whatever I want. Probably play some FIFA scenes. So that's nice. But we're talking everything in terms of you can control the lights. You want some ambiance in there? You got your lady friend over or guy friend, depending who you are. You're having a good time. Whatever. We're going to make it happen. You want pulsing like massage sets? You want the shower and lights to go to the music? We got that. We can customize your whole shower experience. You want the tiles to change color depending how hot it is? We got that too.
Can I get some like rainforest noises in there?
Oh, absolutely. You can customize that in a package. You want rainforest noise, ambiance. You can offer a whole package. So there's just so many combinations out of that. And then in terms of, I love that idea. I don't want to use the same body wash. Multiple people, like a lot of people will have just multiple body washes listed up, even if they're the only person that uses the shower. Why not have a dispenser in that where I want to mix these two together? Make some custom scents. We can provide you with your own custom shampoos. We could just build our own business. We can be like a shower emporium, if you will. We do everything from A to Z about your shower.
One of the best shower experiences I ever had is when I used body wash and then I used like a bar soap on top of that and the scents mixed. It smelled immaculate.
See?
I was like, whoa.
And here's the thing. We could even expand. You want bathware? Boom. We'll hook it up. Like candles ingrained. We can even partner with some other people. I don't know. Let's make baths manly. So dollarshaveclub.com. They're starting to expand with product offerings. By the time this gets off the ground, who knows? Maybe we'll be offering manly bath candles for your man baths. Because let's be honest, who doesn't like a bath? I don't have the time for it, but
They're relaxing.
Baths are dope. Bubble baths, yeah. So why should that just be sort of it's a girly thing, put on your Enya, light some candles. Nah, I want to take a man bath with manly scents.
So it'd be like you're sitting in a recliner in a tub.
Why not? Hey, you got the sports game on. You got Netflix and great. I'm talking whole entertainment system ready to go.
See, the one thing...
And we customize package, so every price range. Maybe you just want music, audio, or you might go the deluxe. This is going to be my haven. I want a man cave in my bathroom. Because who doesn't? And it doesn't even have to just be the shower. Like, we can do the whole bathroom. Toilets even. Heated toilet seats for the wintertime. Heated floors. All that. And yeah, I know what you're saying. That can already be done in certain technologies. But does anyone do everything and customize it exactly how you want and have that full capability? No. That's where Party Showers comes in. For all your shower needs.
The one thing I would want if they could do is have the ability to put an ice maker in the wall surrounding the tub. So if I wanted to take an ice bath, like, I just played hoops for a little bit, or I just, went for a run or played some touch football or something, the legs are a little sore, the next morning or afterwards, you can just have the ice kind of spill into the tub and take an ice bath. Because for those who don't know, ice baths are incredibly great for muscle recovery after working out or doing anything. Especially in the summertime, you're working outside all day, doing landscaping, stuff like that. It's a great way to cool your body down and just help the legs recover. As opposed to just, prevents cramping. A lot of guys in the NFL do it during training camp. They'll hop in for, all you need is like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. And it goes a long way in making sure you're fresh the next day and prevents, discomfort in your muscles.
Well, who's to say we can't build that? We could definitely do that.
I'm just saying that's the one feature I would want.
Well, then that's why we customize each package. We can offer certain recommendations, but if you want add-ons, we can definitely do that. Let's put it this way. Put a man on the moon over 50 years ago.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me we can't fit your bath up to an ice maker? I call shenanigans. Party Showers can do whatever we want. So I think that idea is gold. And when I'm unemployed at 35 living in my mother's basement, I'm still going to be trying to make it work.
Well, hopefully it works out for you. All right, so my next idea is more of it's a clothing idea. So they make shorts they make like athletic shorts for different college teams and different pro football teams. And football players, they wear football pants, and teams have specific kind of color schemes and striping patterns with the pants they wear in the games. So why haven't the execs at all these apparel companies like Nike and Adidas, who manufacture the uniforms for these different college football teams and pro football teams, thought, let's take the design of the pants the players wear and make them into shorts? So I'm a Cowboys fan. The Cowboys wear silver pants with blue and white stripes on the side. Why can't they make shorts like that? They already make 8 million other types of Cowboy shorts. Why not make that? Why not make them look like the pants? I think this would especially work in college because they're all into that whole, uniform coordination and all these different kind of gimmicky things. Before the games, players go out on the field. They kind of warm up in shorts and a t-shirt. Why not make the shorts look like the actual pants? I just think it would be some athletic apparel company would say, "Oh, that looks good to streamline because it looks the same." It's kind of just a transition from the pregame workout to the actual game. I think it would do great in kids markets because kids always want to try and emulate the guys they watch on the field and say, "Oh, I want to look like that guy." And a lot of these pant styles are not that crazy. They would look like normal athletic shirts you could buy. It's just the color schemes. Take like LSU, for example. It's just yellow pants with purple and white stripes. If you're an LSU fan, you would probably wear those shorts because it's the team colors, and it's not that crazy where, you wouldn't be able to find anything to match with it. It's just something that would be so simple, and they already make the product. It's just a matter of the style of the product. Why hasn't it been done yet?
And it makes a lot of sense. The only issue I see happening is the kid tried to wear some of Maryland's outfits. He'd look like Larry David gave him a sewing machine and told him to go to Pound Town. He did to be the ugliest shorts of all time. And another reason is, too, I guess you want to get a bit of variety in the other outfits the players wear. Because NBA warm-ups have been for how long? We usually go with a secondary color or like team color that's not the primary in the uniforms. Just as a change of pace in the warm-ups. I don't know, though. It makes sense. It makes sense to me.
If this idea got green-lighted, you'd have to do like a soft release first. You'd have to
You test market everything, Brett.
Yeah.
Everything.
You'd have to maybe take like the top 10 apparel selling college teams and like some of the NFL teams that sell the most merchandise and kind of do it like a soft release just to see how it responds.
Absolutely. I can already tell you, for our first client of Party Showers will probably be Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. America's first couple. You tell me I'm wrong?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Nick Cannon, President of the United States, 2040.
2040?
Mm-hmm.
How old would he be then?
He'd be in his 60s.
Alright, so he could run. But what's your next idea, Frankie?
Alright, so this is kind of curiosity killed the cat situation. Let's think, Maytag, or it might have been GE, one of them. All the same. But washers, dryers, microwaves, ovens, they've all got that glass window where you can look in.
Yeah, the sneak peek.
Yeah, exactly. I like the sneak peek. I want to see what's happening. Oh, look at that. Look at the dish detergent go. Like, oh, that's awesome. So I want that with my dishwasher. Because, you put the detergent in, clothes starts making lots of noises. I wonder what's happening in there. I know it's steaming up. There's some water rinsing necessarily. But then it opens, it's clean, and the food residue's not there. Where does it go?
Yeah, I'm not ashamed to admit I didn't really know how a dishwasher worked until I was about 12 years old.
Oh, I didn't figure it out till high school probably. I wasn't a very, how do I put this?
Exploratory.
Yeah, I just put my dishes by there, and then someone would take care of it. I didn't even realize, hey, my mom, I just figured they got there eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I want to know how it works.
Yeah.
Or at least give me a YouTube video of how it works inside before I buy it. I want to see an inside out. If I put like a GoPro in a case inside that'd be kind of fun to watch.
I mean, they have waterproof cameras. I mean, how do you think they shoot all the...
It gets pretty hot in there, though, doesn't it? That's how they dry them. Plates aren't. I don't know.
I'm sure that they have the technology. But you just want to see how it works. Be interesting to watch.
Yeah. That's true. Huh. I don't know. I like it. I think it's too good of an idea to not have been done. I can almost guarantee someone's thought of it, and there's probably just some logistical reason in terms of it gets too hot in there where it just steams up and you can't see anything happening. But I'd really like to see it. Maybe it's just because I'm a man-child. Not really a man, just kind of an older, out-of-shape-ish child.
I think the one problem would be I think maybe some of like the electrical components of the dishwasher are located in the door panel. I mean, they just maybe would have to reroute them. I'm sure that's just something engineering could handle.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it does, when you look at a lot of appliances, microwave has a window. Like you said, oven has a window.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets hot in an oven.
And the other thing I guess I could see is washer, dryer, microwave. You're putting food in there, and then you're taking it out. Like, you put your clothes in, run it. You don't just put dirty clothes in there as it's happening and let them leave there. Dishes, you put them in, and then they sit there. So I guess you don't necessarily want to see that. So why not add a privacy screen? If you want to turn it off, just let it go like opaque or black, where you don't have to see in. But then you have another setting where, like, illuminate to see. And yeah, it's going to cost more, but at the same time, is that not worth it if people want to buy your product more? You'd corner the market. I can tell you right now, if I had a choice to go out and buy a dishwasher, I'm buying the one with a sneak peek.
Yeah. Another thing it could be helpful for is if it would be a lot easier just to look and see, like, oh, there's stuff on the plates in here. These aren't clean.
Yeah, versus me opening it and then not really sure. And yeah, they got the button that says clean, but then the next time I open it, close it, the clean went off.
What if it was like?
And I know my roommates and I say it's clean. I'm like, sweet, and I'll just grab like a utensil I need. But I'm not about to unload the whole thing. I'm lazy. It's human nature.
At least you can admit that.
Shameless.
What about if it was used as a feature to if it was used to determine like an indicator almost as whether or not the dishes were clean or dirty? Like if it was fogged up, it meant they were clean, but if it was clear, it meant they were dirty.
I like where this is going. / even if we don't do that, ambient colors to it. You can turn the dishwasher on, like.
The different cycles, it turned a different color?
Yeah. Different colors coming out, illuminating out the background. TVs did it. Panasonic did it where like it had mood lighting for the movies or like TV shows you were watching. And they would even do it even if the TV wasn't on. I don't know how well those sold, but I thought that was a cool-ass idea. I wanted one. And with the price of LEDs going so far down and them being so energy efficient, hell, I'm tempted to go get some LEDs right now and just put them behind my TV and next to my dishwasher. And for those of you listening at home, well, thank you. We know we have a huge audience of 18,374, primarily based out of Kansas City,
conservatively.
That was according to Nielsen. I don't know how accurate they are because they totally suck at everything else. You're really going to tell me CBS outranks NBC? That's bullshit. Look at CBS's companies. They're garbage.
Yeah, but NBC is terrible.
I mean, NBC has terrific content. You look at what actually wins awards, it's NBC. 30 Rock, terrific. The Office was terrific.
But those shows,
Parks and Rec
those shows are off the air now.
Yeah, Parks and Rec is terrific. Probably going to get bumped off the air. They already got bumped because more people watch The Voice or American Idol. Americans, you fucking suck. You fucking suck.
All right.
Get some culture.
So moving on to our next idea. Talking about TV is a nice segue because this idea kind of revolves around TV. So I watch a lot of TV. Frankie, do you watch a lot of TV? TV shows.
Yeah. Normally, yes. Right now, I'm a broke college student. We don't have cable in our house. But I still keep up to date. Netflix, all the other stuff. I keep tabs.
You've seen a lot of shows.
I am very cultured in my TV watching.
Okay, now depending on the shows you watch, the characters obviously have different wardrobe styles and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I've, on multiple occasions, I've been watching a show. Some of my favorites are How I Met Your Mother, Burn Notice, and I've seen different kind of clothing items that the characters are wearing, and I wondered, gee, what brand is that, or where can I buy that? Is it custom or is it from a store? And I don't know. I mean, I've tried searching on the web, but that can get tricky because you don't know what's true, what's false. Sometimes you can't find the links to buy it. They can give you the brand and model number, but it's just hard to find. So this idea is, I want a database, almost like IMDb, where you can kind of look up anything and everything about any movie or TV show that has ever been produced. But this is going to be kind of the IMDb for clothes and wardrobe in TV shows and movies. So let's say you're watching an episode of How I Met Your Mother and you like a tie that character Barney is wearing in one episode. You'll be able to go onto this website and sort it by TV show, season, episode, and then character, and it'll list what they wore in that episode and a direct link to the retailer's website or where you can buy that particular item.
I like it. I think about it's also an opportunity for these networks. You got guys dressing fashionably on the show.
Yeah.
Or even the ladies, like Gossip Girl, all that. I don't even know if Gossip Girl's on the air. I think it's off. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nashville. Okay, we'll take their outfits for girls. Learning where to shop, where they get it from. It's just a development opportunity for them. Publish it. Say this is where our guys are wearing. It's an opportunity for. You look at USA. They've got great content, but their budgets are very limited. The product placement they do have. Let's take White Collar, for instance. Sometimes it feels like a 3-minute commercial and show for whatever car they're pushing at the moment. Like, oh, where are we going? I don't know. Let's look at the GPS. And it's just, come on, man. Like, I'm going to refuse that just because it's so painful.
Yeah.
But if you do it organically, you're trying to use social media, going to commercial breaks, or when it goes to commercial, like what our characters are wearing, check out what designers are from. Quick plug, 15 seconds between episodes of the promo. You get more traffic to your website, sell ad space on there. In addition, it's another way to generate revenue, and then you can track how much traffic you're getting from there as a way of seeing how engaged users are with your actual live show. Yeah. So that's another way to do it. And in terms of designers, want to come and say, hey, rather than, you use our stuff on the show and we'll give you a discount or do it for free. Like CBS at the end of their football or whatever, all suits provided by Sean John. Whatever, that's what they do.
But I don't know what style suit that is, where I can buy it. Exactly.
So offer that, and then in terms of, some designers, obviously, for the show, it's custom made. That's not in my price range, whatever. But they will. It's the same designer. Let's say they go and they do a line for H&M or something. So you can still get their designs for that. Advertise that as, this is the designer, this is what he was wearing. But then they're also doing that in terms of just, this is also my work. You can go and buy that there. So it's a plug for the designer more than just, I like what they're wearing, their costume is fashionable, the character's fashionable. So like rather than just character development, you're still developing the character, but you also get to see kind of, hey, this is the designer, I like what they're wearing, I'd like to get something like that myself.
Exactly. And to build off this idea, all right, during an NBA game, how often do they show the coaches?
Too much.
Fairly regularly.
Doc Rivers is not that good of a coach.
Especially the bigger name coaches. So let's take a guy like Doc Rivers. So building off the idea of kind of advertising and publishing what clothes particular people are wearing on TV shows, why hasn't a menswear company, let's just take, Michael Kors, for instance. Why hasn't Michael Kors partnered with an NBA coach and say, listen, we're going to outfit you in all our stuff for the whole season, and on their website published kind of like a log of what that coach wears for each game, and links on their website to like their online shop of where you can buy it. So I'm watching, Clippers, Lakers on a Tuesday night, and I'm like, oh, wow, I really like that suit that, Doc Rivers is wearing. Just go on michaelkors.com, see, okay, Lakers on this date, this was the suit he was wearing, here's the price, here's the size we have it in.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
It just seems like it's such an untapped kind of way to attract people and convert sales versus having to like search through the whole website and is this it? Is this not it? I mean, granted, these guys make a lot of money, so maybe a lot of their stuff is custom.
I like the idea more.
But it's free advertising.
And in that regards, I like that idea more. Like Michael Kors and those guys, they're established brands. You know them when you think suits, top of mind awareness. They don't need a doctor or whatever to push that brand. But look, someone wants to start out as a designer. Maybe you start pushing like, I'll make the suits for you. You're a reputable person. I mean, like, I forget what company it was, but like the one designer wore, Michelle Obama wore their dress for like the presidential inauguration, and they took off. They were in like Vogue, all that, just getting interviews. So that's one of those. That's a way to build your brand. You go with someone reputable. I know you said NBA coaches modeling that way and track it that way, but even for these sites to just say, "Hey, this is one of our clients. They wear exclusively our suits." So you go to someone that people respect, like fashion-wise. Go to a Justin Timberlake or someone like that you know they dress well. They're going to take care of their look and they're going to get quality stuff. So you go to them type thing and get them to wear it. I think that, especially because it gets more of a guerrilla type marketing rather than, Deion Sanders and Steve Young and all those guys being pushed on Sunday commercials. Oh, we wear Van Heusen. Like, I don't buy that.
Exactly. You could actually see them wearing the product. I just used NBA coaches as an example because they spend a lot of time in suits on TV. I mean, you could do it with, like you said, like an entertainer or even like a late night TV host.
Yeah.
I mean, they wear like Jimmy Fallon or a guy like that. It's just basically a way to get your product out there and say, hey, I like that. Jimmy Fallon's cool. I wear the suit. I'm going to be cool. It may sound stupid, but some people go for that type of thing.
Well, I think Ray-Ban sells
advertisers play on that all the time.
I mean, yeah, obviously, people, when a brand name gets established, it's because people wore it in a cool fashion. Like, aviators, yeah, it's a classic look. Why, though? People associate it with things that are cool. Like,
flying planes.
Exactly. Like, I want to be on Top Gun. No, you don't. Goose got shot down. May he rest in peace. What else you got for me, Brad?
Are you out of ideas?
One might come to me, but right now my best ideas have been taken.
Okay. So my next thing is kind of expanding on the use of solar power. They have, solar power. You can get solar panels on your house. They have electric cars. Why don't they use solar power or electric power on lawnmowers?
Well, it's a good idea.
I just want to preface this with, this idea came from my mom. Mom, I love you. Sorry I'm stealing your idea, but it's really good.
I'm a hater. I like the thought. I'm not a hater, but my only thoughts as to why this hasn't been done, I think, maybe for solar power is just not there in terms of like a battery is not going to be enough to power a lawnmower to go through grass. Grass can be thick.
But
motor power, or if you think about it, like, well, just for like a small push mower, they make small push mowers that are just push operated or corded. Like, I guess for a corded, maybe like an Ed or something like that. But even that goes so fast. I just don't know that solar is something that's going to be like power tools associated, just general electricity, like they can store up all day and power your lights. That like light bulbs don't drain that much. But you look like a lawnmower or something fuel operated. There's pistons going, like that uses a lot of energy to get going.
They made a solar powered plane. For those of you who don't know, check out solarimpulse.com. But if they could use solar powers to power a plane, I think a lawnmower requires a lot less power to operate. So, I mean, how fast does the average lawnmower go? Maybe top speed like 10, 12 miles an hour?
So you're talking a riding mower?
Yeah, like a tractor. Like a sit-down mower that, you got the gas pedal and you go like a John Deere. And just the shape of it, you could position solar panels on it, and you maybe have to leave it out in your yard for an hour to charge up the batteries at first, and then you can kind of go as you can kind of charge the batteries as you run the mower. But you usually cut your grass on a sunny day.
Yeah.
So it just seems like, well, we kind of have the necessary ingredient for it. We don't need as much power as a car or even a house. It just feel like, because it's one of my biggest pet peeves is when I go to cut the grass at home and the mower's out of gas and I don't have any gas left in the gas can. You got to go down to the gas station and, fill up your little 2-gallon gas can, and it's just a lot of extra work for not that big of a job.
That's fair.
So I just feel like that's an untapped avenue that solar power could be applied in, save homeowners money. Because during the summer, you have to cut your grass almost every week.
Solar panels aren't cheap, though. Like, right now, and government is subsidized. Most solar panels, where it gets to the point where it's competitive, it's coming from heavy tax breaks, government subsidization. And a lawnmower is not that big enough of a purchase that I see it happen. I think down the line, solar actually gets optimized. Solar cells, it's gotten so much better since they first rolled out. But
oh yeah,
we'll see. I think it'd be exciting. I'm big on renewable energy because my sister's kind of a crazy person in that regards. So this is kind of the question for her, where she'd be more able to talk about it in terms of, is this feasible or not? Personally, I think it'd be cool if it happened. I don't know that I would necessarily want a solar-powered lawnmower. I just get that, like, Tim the Tool Man type mentality that, yeah, I want a big-ass lawnmower.
You want to smell the gas.
Yeah, I'm going to kick ass. I want to kick ass and mow grass.
But it could also be a way to promote solar energy, because as people buy a solar-powered lawnmower and they see how, well it works and there's really no difference, wouldn't that maybe possibly pique people's interest in using solar panels on their house or in other applications?
Okay.
I just feel like, committing your house to solar panels is kind of a pretty substantial financial and kind of lifestyle commitment. But doing it on a smaller scale first and then kind of easing in and gradually moving up the ladder, starting with your lawnmower, I think that could be just a possible way to kind of promote the whole renewable energy initiative.
Well, even with that, I think you looked at, I was flying over fall break, and Sky Mall. I'm a Sky Mall junkie. Oh yeah, I'll do it.
Have you ever actually ordered anything from Sky Mall?
No, but I want to order everything.
Is that like a bucket list? That's a bucket list thing for me. I want to buy something from Sky Mall.
My thing is I want to be CEO of Sky Mall. I want to be the person that makes decisions what goes in the calendar and what doesn't. But my thing is, so it was solar-powered phone charger. So again, it's something small. Like if you're out, whatever, it'll pick up a battery. It'll charge your phone or at least sustain the battery of where it is. If you're out like a picnic or something, or just hanging outdoors at a concert or something.
Yeah, you're out on your deck.
Yeah, you don't need to actually use it. It just sustains. So you get this solar cell. It's small. You see how cool it is. It doesn't really cost you anything other than the initial investment up front. So again, it's a small amount of energy, but you kind of see, hey, this does work. So power your devices that way. And it's portable, which is a nice thing. So I think that was something that would show, like, hey, the power of solar energy. And then eventually, maybe if solar energy gets invested in, then it becomes, I don't need to use gasoline for my lawnmower. It's just such a, you're going to have a battery-powered motor running it versus a gas-powered. I just don't think they're there yet.
It would definitely be an avenue to explore, but I feel like solar energy could definitely be like, the way you can market solar energy is, it's almost like it's here, you might as well capture it. Like the phone is such a great idea because, let's say you're out by your pool or, you're out on your patio or whatnot, you're just outside, but you're not necessarily using your phone. You just, you set it down on the table, or even like when you're at the park playing basketball, you set down your phone and the sun's hitting it and it recharges the battery. So let's say you show up to the park, you only got like 15% battery. You just leave your phone out in the sun and it charges while you play, and you play for an hour and a half, and you got some more juice in your phone.
Yeah, I like that.
It's just it's a way to kind of use the power of solar energy without kind of any impact on your life.
Again, it comes down to it's so simple. Why haven't they done that?
Exactly.
And that leads me to my next idea: peanut butter containers. Obviously, and there's other things too, but peanut butter is the big thing for me. It gets down to the bottom. If you want to reach your hand in, you're gonna have peanut butter all over your hand. It's a nightmare. Why not make it? And I've seen it. Someone made a design for it. Peanut butter jar in the middle. You can screw it off. So you have the top half. When the top half is empty, you screw off the top, and then in the middle is the same ridge that's on the top. Put the cap on. You now have half a peanut butter jar. So it optimizes the experience for the user. It can't cost that much more to really make a second thing. It's not like you need to design a second lid. Essentially, you're making the same size container, just different. And I guess, do those ridges really use more plastic? I don't know.
Well, instead of making the peanut butter jars so tall, the cylinder form so tall, why don't they just make it wider?
That looks weird. I don't want chody peanut butter.
Well, no, it would be just instead of looking like a barrel, it would look more like a circular, like a swimming pool. Instead of looking like a soda can, it'd look more like a hockey puck.
I get it.
So instead of making it 6 inches high or whatever it is, and by 6 inches high by 2 inches wide, make it 6 inches wide by 2 inches high.
Well, I think I get that. I think the issue there is it just becomes an issue of shelving in stores. Whereas the taller and narrower you get it, the more you can fit on the shelf. Because they're not going to make shelves only 8 inches high.
But if they're 2 inches high, you can stack them easier.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, shelves you can't really stack two of those. Two bigger sized peanut butter jars on top of each other. But if they're smaller in height, you could just stack them versus putting them next to each other.
Yeah, but then you got to buy lots of little peanut. Each peanut butter one would be for 2 days of the sandwich, 2 days worth of sandwiches.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily. You could make the same. You could put the same amount of peanut butter, and it would just be the shape of the container in which the peanut butter is formed.
That's pretty wide. It's wider than a hockey puck.
Yeah, but I'm saying the hockey puck shape, not necessarily the size of a hockey puck.
But if you're going to shrink this down, it won't work. Say you make it this short, and then how wide? Here?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's you're still going to make it circular? Or
even make it rectangular. Why?
It just looks like it looks like a giant tub of butter. I don't know. I like the basic idea where it's.
But it's who arbitrarily decided that we're going to make all jars cylinder?
That would be third president Thomas Jefferson. That was
right after founding University of Virginia, right?
Mm-hmm. It was
and drafting the Declaration.
Yeah, it was actually the week after the Louisiana Purchase. It was the 48th Amendment, Section B. All jars will be cylinder. That's why they're known as mason jars, because Thomas Jefferson was a notorious mason and a bit of a slut. That's neither here nor there.
But I do agree with you. It
makes too much sense. Why haven't they done it? Someone's already designed it.
It would just be a simple remolding of the plastic.
Yeah. And it makes my life so much better.
But the issue of portability does come into play.
We're being kept... we're getting screwed over by the biggest monopoly outside of cable companies and or Google in 10 years. It's terrible. The Smuckers, do you realize how much they own and control? Okay, they own Folgers. You think, oh, Smuckers, yeah, they do the Uncrustables and they got jellies. They own Jif. Jif is the leading brand of peanut butter. They have completely cornered the market on peanut butter and jelly. Now all they gotta do is go and get the biggest fluff company.
Or bread.
Yeah, if they got a bread company.
If they acquired Wonder Bread.
Yeah. What's next? Smucker's gets Chiquita, and then everything that you love about peanut butter and Reese's, like everything you love about peanut butter is just controlled by Smucker's. But we're just this innocent jelly company out of Ohio. I'm not buying it. I'm onto you, Weasley bastard. Just give me my normal peanut butter jar that I'm asking for. It's not that much. I just want to be able to unscrew it when the top half is empty, so I can still use my hand and not waste a perfectly good knife.
Yeah, I mean, now that they've made squeezable jelly bottles, why haven't they ventured into squeezable peanut butter, or have they already? I mean, peanut butter is the same consistency as, like, toothpaste.
I tried it with Skippy Squeeze, when the Go-Gurt was big. They made, like, squeezable Skippies, and they had, like, chocolate mixed in and other stuff. I think they really sold that well.
Yeah, because those are, like, individual shots. I'm talking, like, you know.
No, there was, like, a tube. But you also got to think about, look at the viscosity of them. Like, how are you going to squeeze chunky peanut butter?
Well, yeah, you don't make chunky, obviously.
What I want.
Well, people eat smooth peanut butter.
They do. If you give some people say, I don't eat chunky peanut butter. Give them a sandwich of both. I guarantee they like the chunky better.
Well, then you got to get chunky in the jar. You can get smooth in
then
the
just
squeeze.
give me the normal jar. Give me the normal jar. That's all I ask, America.
Because it is annoying when you reach down at the bottom of the peanut butter jar and you come up with peanut butter all over your knuckles.
I like peanut butter. I'll lick it off with my knuckles, but
it's still annoying.
Yeah, it's like, now my hand's not clean.
Alright, so do you have any other ideas?
That's all I got for this week.
Alright, that's it? Alright, so those are our kind of why haven't they thought of it ideas. Hopefully some R&D folks or executives are listening and they could kind of put the wheels in motion and get these products on the shelf or available to the general public. And if they do, you remember you heard it here first, here on the Brad Haider podcast. For Brad Haider, Frankie Devine, adios.
And if you'd like to hire us, we'll be graduating in May, and I'm not opposed to working for a think tank that pays $4.5 billion per year.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Find us on LinkedIn.
I want stock options, though.
See you later. Bye-bye.